With the bright summer sun shining upon us, we all need to be wearing sun protection. But did you know that lately the SPF guidelines have changed? Well, we're here to sit down with Dr. Jeffrey Edelglass and find out how they changed and how it could affect or help us. Hi, Dr. A.
Good morning, Leanne.
All right, SPF, they have not changed their guidelines in maybe a handful of times over the last, 50 years, 30 years?
Well, as you probably know, the FDA moves very slowly but very cautiously. Their job is to protect us, and they do that very well. But they found new science, new rules that I think will help protect us all. And why they have changed is they've seen a dramatic rise in skin cancers. And by following the new rules, they feel, as well as I feel, that we're going to cut down on the incidence of skin cancers.
So how have the guidelines specifically changed?
Under the new guidelines, sunscreens can now be labeled water resistant as opposed to waterproof. Because indeed, when you go in water or sweat a lot, they do need to be reapplied. And they've limited the amount of time between reapplications to 40 or 80 minutes.
Wow.
And sunscreens, some of them protect against UVA and some against UVB. But what people need is one that protects against both, what's called a broad spectrum sunscreen. It's the UVA that doesn't give you a burn, but gives you
cancer,
cancer, wrinkles, and photo damage. It's the UVB where we see the immediate burning and darkening of the skin, but people are unaware of the effects of UVA. So even on cloudy days where people may not be getting burned, they are still exposed to UVA.
And they're still getting damaged from those UVA rays.
Yes, and it's these UVA rays that are responsible for the cancers and for the photoaging. An easy way to remember this is UVA, the A is for aging. UVB, the B is for burning.
Wow. Now let me ask you this. Between the UVA and UVB, is there a certain amount of sunscreen that you need to protect yourself from the UVA or aging sun rays?
Well, the best thing to do is use a broad spectrum, and products are labeled broad spectrum. They recently did a study in Australia, and what it showed is something very, very interesting. It's something we all intuitively knew, but never had scientific proof until very recently. And what that is that the signs of photoaging, the wrinkles and lines, were greatly decreased if they use sunscreen every day. And this is winter, summer, fall and all, every day. And the reason is that the light, the sun, is upon us every day. I very often see patients who they have pronounced wrinkles on the left side, but less on the right side because the sun is coming in from driving.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
And it's very, very obvious. But now there's a study that shows what the sun can really do.
So how early should we start using sunscreen?
I think as a baby, but it's not only sunscreen, it's really part of a whole package.
Okay.
It's sun avoidance, it's covering up, not being out in the sun during the maximum sun times, and being sensible. I think in all of life and in all of medicine, being sensible is so important.
Now, I'd always been told that you need a certain amount of sunshine. You get your vitamin D from it. If I put sunscreen on, am I blocking myself from receiving that vitamin D?
Well, yes, you are. You are blocking some vitamin D, but many people still receive a certain amount of vitamin D from the sun because even with sunscreen, it's not 100% effective, and so they will receive some sunlight. In addition, there are vitamin D supplements for people who are totally without any sunlight.
Yeah, or you can even get your vitamin D through food, right?
Yes.
I think if it was a choice between getting your vitamin D or getting cancer, I'm going to choose getting vitamin D through my food and wearing the sunblock.
There's no question that every positive result has some sort of negative connotation, but these can be overcome by a little bit of sun through the sunscreen, foods, or supplements.
Really, sunscreen is both for beauty and for medicinal purposes to keep you from getting skin cancer.
That's really true. This is one case where looking more beautiful will actually help you live longer by preventing skin cancers.
Anything that ties beauty and health together is always a good thing, right?
That's great, because there's such a motivation for people who would say, I'll never get a skin cancer. But there are a lot of people are worried about aging, photo damage, wrinkles. And now, since they're combined, we're going to see a big uptick of people using sunscreen.
I sure hope so, and that the good evidence is right there to use it too.
Yes, this is the first study just recently that absolutely shows this.
Thank you so much, Dr. A. There you have it. Whether you use SPF because you want to look great at 80 or because you want to prevent skin cancer, you can check out the brand new SPF guidelines on Dr. Edelglass's website at skintastic.com. What great information. I love that study.
Well, thank you.
Ba, 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 ba.